We start out seeing the night sky as the moon glazes down on the city of London. At least somewhere in London, for we then pan down to a nice looking restaurant. Its its windows glowing wide of yellow and red. From the outside, there's a red carpet. We see people going in fancy outfits as the waiters and vendors allow them in. We then see near the street a tall woman with orange hair, or red hair, I mean, in a nice looking dress, nice enough for the date. Lorelai, what are you wearing?
Ooh, okay. Lorelai is wearing a nice and soft white sweater vest off the shoulder cover underneath a purple leafily lacy dress. It's simple, but it's cozy and it looks decently nice for the restaurant. So far, she's kind of just standing around the entrance, kind of swaying side to side, pacing back and forth a little bit, fidgeting with her hands and hair. Really anxious. What if he doesn't come? What if she was tricked into this? But he wouldn't, would he? But what if he did? Her mind starts to kind of race, but she keeps her cool because she doesn't want to ruin this.
As you're walking by, you kind of notice some of the customers nearby entering, looking at you and saying, "Oh, your dress looks wonderful." Very tall woman. And then you kind of see a few of them kind of passing by. It's a little bit crowded, but overall, a lot of the people are kind of gazing up at you.
She would look down at people passing by. She was kind of hoping that she'd see him, but every time someone complimented her, she'd just blush bashfully and be like, "Oh, thank you, thank you. You look lovely as well." And she can tell that they're quite surprised at her height. She's she is used to it at this point, but despite she she smiles at the compliments, but she still paces a little bit, checking her new phone for the time, wondering if she was too early or she was too late. Oh heavens.
Amongst the crowd, it is a little bit difficult to hear, but you can almost hear the sounds of someone ushering themselves past by, saying, "Pardon me, excuse me, uh, uh, Miss Fontana, over here."
She pokes her head up from her phone and closes it. Um, I'll go. I'll go. I'm over here. And she kind of lifts up her hand and waves. She relaxes hearing his voice. She's still really nervous, kind of sweating, but she is quite excited and relieved that he's made it. And she tries to make her way closer to him.
You walk, and you uh, then see his outfit. He's wearing a he's wearing a bit of a nice looking outfit. He is. You would at least assume that he has a lot of suits, and he's wearing a bit of a blue coat with a orange tie, with a white undershirt, and some nice dapper looking shoes. You can tell he was trying to find the right outfit, but kind of panicked at the same time.
I don't I don't think the panicness of his. I feel like she could probably tell, but I think in that moment she doesn't exactly mind. She looks at him and she feels her heart start to flutter and her eyes kind of like widen, like, am I days? And she makes it to him, and she smiles sweetly down at him. It's like, oh, you made it. I'm sorry if I was a bit too too early. Oh, you look wonderful.
I could say the same as well with you, my dear. Uh, no worries about being early. I also was early. I mean, we're both here. um, for you. And he kind of like finicks a bit around his coat, patting down, and eventually he then pulls out a crumpled up rose, and he doesn't notice this at first, but then once he does, he's like, yeah, sorry, it was a bit rough using, it was a bit rough on the right here.
Oh. Um, she leans down to take the rose, and her eyes kind of start to glimmer as she looks at it. Crumpled up as it is still a beautiful rose in her eyes, and she sniffs it and she kind of like holds it close to her chest, and she has like a pretty giddy smile on her face. Like, oh, you did not have to. Oh, it's beautiful, my dear. I love it. Thank you.
You can see him, he's kind of blushing red, before taking out a handkerchief and patting himself on the head, and he clears himself a bit. Anything for you, my dear? Thought I could get you something nice. Right this way. And he then reaches out a hand for you to take.
Uh, she looks at his hand. She slowly but eagerly reaches out as well, and she holds his hand. She remembers how soft it was from the first couple times he's held her hand, accidentally or not. But it felt softer than normal, almost warmer. And she feels her heart start to flutter more, holding his hand. Like it felt right.
He then gently takes you to the main entrance on the nice looking carpet that then takes you to the person outside. He looks at you both and says, table for two? Yes, if that's quite all right. Right this way. He, the waitress, then takes you inside through the doors. Inside, it is quite grand. It is nicely furbished. You can see a lot of dining tables where a lot of guests are eating, drinking their wine, eating their breadsticks, eating some of their delicacies. And there's even like a nice little small band somewhere near the corner playing their instruments. And you're then led to a nice little table near a window. It is where the furnishing is nice and red, the table is nice and clean. It is oddly romantic. We'll get you your orders very soon. For your beverages.
I'll I'll have some red wine, please.
I also would go for red wine if that's all right. Of course. And then they walk away. Argyle then takes a seat and gestures you to also take a seat.
She takes a seat after him, and she's looking around the place. She's in awe. She's It's been a while since she's been to a a venue of this beauty. She is just looking around, admiring the decor and like everyone sitting around the band. And she says to him, "I this is certainly a expensive looking venue. You didn't have to go all of this, but not that I can complaining, of course. It's beautiful, dear. I
I
thank you."
I want to treat you somewhere nicely. I know, like you said, it's a little bit much, but I remember going here when I was young. Uh, I would always order the spag bowl here. Um, my parents, they used to take me here. Since I didn't really have a babysitter to help keep me at bay. uh, but I thought it'd be nice for you.
Well, I must say, your parents have really good taste, and I I see that you're a man of simple taste, and I am as well. I I don't mind. I don't mind a good spaghetti bolognese. It must be really good here. uh oh, she's she's kind of like she's she is nervous, but she is noticed me smiling really widely. Because despite how nervous she is, she cannot contain her excitement because this is her first date. She is shitting bricks, but loving it. Uh, so, 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 so how are you?
I am doing quite all right. Um, how about you? I I how are you?
I I'm doing all right. Yeah, all right. Uh, she twirls a little bit with her hair, um, and she's at first it's a little awkward because it's like, oh no, it's first date. What do I say? What do I say with this beautiful man in front of me? um, and she like takes a deep breath, like, so you're it. As I said, your parents have a wonderful taste with this restaurant. They sound like really nice people.
Oh yeah, they are. They're lovely. They're no longer around, unfortunately. And he kind of looks down a bit and messes with his type, but kind of realizing his response was a little bit awkward to bring up.
I'm so sorry, dear.
Oh, absolutely fine, dear. No worries. My mother, she lived a good life. She did pass away sick, unfortunately, and my dad, my father, well, it's a little bit touchy on that topic, on how he died.
Oh dear. I feel like she gently reaches out a hand to him, and she looks at him with a soft look. I'm so sorry to hear that, dear. I'm sure they're in a happier place. And she gives him a soft smile.
I believe they are. Thank you, my dear. What about your parents? It must be very loving to have grown up such a kind, gentle soul like you.
At the mention of her parents, Lorelai kind of, her softness kind of hardens, almost as like a freeze response. And she backs away a little bit and says like, well, I they I think they care in their own way. Uh, they were never the most affectionate people, but they were really respectable, I'd say. My father, Father Matthew Montana, Norwich's most respected priest, and Evelyn Marinette Fontana, respected preschool teacher, though that isn't really a very well-known status of hers. She kind of shakes a little bit. She is kind of struggling to describe her parents. It is quite noticeable on her face that there is something there. Yes, they're lovely. They're lovely. Just a little unconventional in their ways of showing love.
Oh. I apologize for that. I didn't mean to.
There's no need. Well, she kind of rubs her neck a little bit. She looks away a little bit, and it's also a touchy subject for her, but she's trying really hard to kind of mask that. So, how was work? I can imagine you were very occupied today. Yeah, I wasn't in because Professor Shallows gave me the day off, for other reasons, but yeah. How was the day?
Oh, my day was, well, it was kind of busy trying to juggle everything while, along with our date, which is nothing problematic. It's nothing I haven't dealt with before. I mean, doing work and scheduling. The date's going well. And he kind of like fidgets his coat a bit and then takes a breather and calms down a bit. My day was all right, but much better now that you're here. I didn't know you were on a day off.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that. My apologies. It's just yesterday was surprisingly more hectic than I thought, and Professor Shallows kind of stole that, let's say. Yeah, let's put it that way.
I remember, so yes. I've heard something's happening with Shadows, something of recent things, and, well, I don't think we'll be seeing one of his acquaintances in a while, from what he's told me. I
don't mean to bring this up, but I remember you saying you want to know the ropes a bit. I mean, you were thrown into the job at willy-nilly. Would you like to hear a bit about that, or I don't mean to bring it up during our date?
Well, she, as he mentioned, Gabriel, like alluded to Gabriel and Shallows, she kind of sits there and looks down a little bit, feeling really guilty because despite their clashing views, despite how he was the bad guy, she can't get his pleading face, his terrified face out of her head. She feels extremely guilty for his demise, and she takes a deep breath and says, to get his scared face out of her mind, I mean, it would be quite interesting to know. I mean, learning sooner rather than later would be great, but yeah, I wouldn't mind. What would you say is the most important? What was that?
It's okay, you give me a roll on deception real quick.
Oh dear. Wait. Where are my sheets? Where are my sheets? Give me my sheets. Like, now. Open my sheets. Deception. Oh, I am trained in deception. That's a surprise. Okay. That's a 5.
A 5?
Yeah, I am not deceiving that.
Argyle looks at you, and he shows a face of empathy and concern.
Are you quite all right, dear?
Yeah, I am alright. It's she kind of stutters a little bit, trying to think of how to pass it off. I have no idea what that means. Not seeing one of his associates for a while, but it sounds dreadful. I have no idea what what that means, but she does look visibly nervous.
Argyle then kind of places a hand on yours and says,
I know this job is very scary. Trust me, I know. But if you ever need anyone talk to, you know I'm here for you.
Okay. She blushes at the contact and she looks into his eyes as he says that. She feels her nerves start to wash away, almost with ease. It's really rare to have her worries be washed away so easily. And instinctively, she kind of moves her hand a little bit so she could hold it. So she could hold his hand as she nods softly. Okay. Thank you. Yes, apologies, but I would love to know if you have any possible tips for me for learning the perhaps. But at the same time, I would like to and she starts to blush some more. I would like to know you more. I don't often see you outside of work, as besides other times. And she thinks back to the night that she got drunk and you had to bring her home. And I would like to remedy that. I'm glad that this date is a first step. And yeah, I would like to know you.
Argyle blushes, and he was kind of like almost over the table just to kind of get to you. And he sits back down and he clears his throat.
Yes. Well, for starters, I've worked at this institute for quite a while. I don't know if you know this, but I was also an investigator like you.
Oh, really? I mean, apologies, but I couldn't tell. She giggles and then she kind of like clears her throat. It's a little hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure that you were a very good investigator.
Well, I got a lot of help from pt.1 and Nathaniel, of course. I actually worked with them as partners. We, did our investigations during our younger years.
Wow, I've been here for a while. They must be very seasoned investigators. So I'm glad that I'm in the team with them. But why is it that you became a manager and they stayed investigators?
Well, if I'm going to be honest,
And he kind of like drums his fingers on the table a bit.
well, Professor Shallows, I was his apprentice before, as an investigator. I used to have been his student at one of the colleges he used to teach at. When I became his apprentice, I learned a bit of the ropes he taught me. I don't know, he told me I had some kind of spark, I believe? Something that intrigued him. I don't know if you've seen him, but have you ever seen he has that look whenever he looks at an artifact of his? Or whenever a new one is being brought in? He had that same look with me. And, well, after the disappearance of both Daniel and T123, he put me in charge. And at a very young age, too. I had a lot of stressful time trying to get by here and there, trying to organize, but I learned, and eventually I found myself where I am now. But all I can really say is that Professor Shallows just kind of chose me, in a sense. It's really hard to talk about.
Sits there. She listens and takes it in, and it's pretty clear that she's quite surprised by some of the information that he gives her. She is surprised by the like D123 and Nathaniel going missing. She's surprised at how what she knows that look. that Shallows gives when he sees his artifacts. And it raises her suspicions a little bit. But she kind of like leans forward, like, what do you mean by that? It does sound hard to understand and explain, but why would don't take this the wrong way, but I mean, who wouldn't want to look at you with intrigue, obviously. But
Oh, you.
she kind of like waves a little hand, like, oh, but why would he look at you that way?
Well, I don't know. He just has that look whenever he sees something that, well, he sees as his. It's very scary, if I'm quite honest. But it's not that kind of feeling. It's more like when a jewelry person spots a rare diamond.
I see. She kind of looks a bit worried at that. She has a feeling that this is something I will remember for later. But she I feel like she, in the moment, I don't think she thinks she she thinks she's quite suspicious of that, but to try and lighten the mood, she's like, well, I that is quite concerning. But at the same time, who, like I said, who wouldn't want to look at you with such intrigue? I mean, you are quite the diamond. And she blushes really red, realizing she had the confidence to say that.
Oh. Really?
Well, yes. I mean, you've certainly got some big, glowing eyes. He isn't exactly wrong. I can see a bit of a big spark in your eyes. And pardon me, but it's beautiful. Well, she blushes even more red. she didn't know where this confidence is coming from, but she's just like, I'm in love.
Argyle blushes as well, but instead of his nervous look, he looks at you very warmly, like he's safe, and he then looks at you in the eyes, and with a smile under his mustache, he says,
Well, you're very beautiful yourself. Gorgeous, even.
You can't. She freezes a bit of that. She's just like, oh, you're too kind. You're too kind, Argyle. I must admit, you really are one handsome man. She kind of like retreats into her shoulders a little bit. Her hair kind of covers her face a bit more, but she's blushing, she's smiling. She's just really bashful right now. But she means it.
At this, the same waitress comes by with two a bottle of red wine. He placed a glass both for you and Argyle, and starts to pour. Are you both ready for your dishes?
Oh, she realizes she's forgotten to look at the menu because she was too focused on Argyle, and then she was like, and she kind of awkwardly takes it, flicks through it, like, I'll have the, she gives the waitress a nervous smile as she, like, her eyes dart between the menu and the waitress. I'll have the, the filet mignon, please.
Very good choice. It's very wonderful this time of night. And for you, sir?
Oh, well, I will take the... I'll take the venison, if that's all right.
Yes, sir. That's quite all right. I'll be back with your orders. Let me know if you need anything.
Will do, thank you.
Argyle then raises a glass and says, "To us."
To us. And she raises hers and clinks her glass with his, as the more she looks into his eyes, she feels herself relax, as instinct, like, unbeknownst to her, her other hand slowly snakes its way back to his free hand to hold it very gently. Thank you for tonight. It means a lot, and it's actually my first time on a date. I've never been on one of these, especially to a restaurant of this magnitude.
Well, I'm glad I can treat you. Tell me,
He then kind of like looks at you nervously again, trying to spark up a conversation before finally landing on,
tell me, how did you find this place? If you don't mind me asking. The Institute, I mean.
She kind of like she looks at him and she feels a shiver go up her spine. Part of her is still not over the previous events with the hornets appearing and the chase from the vampire. She shivers and looks down, and she kind of decides to bite the bullet since he's been honest with her. It's my last resort. For 9 years now, I've been haunted by something that won't leave me alone. It's been relentless. It's been sanity grinding. It's been torturous. I remember venting to you on one of my first nights here. And there's truth to it, for hornets haunt me. And I don't know why. They appear everywhere. And I can't shake them. And I met Shallows because they chased me out of church. I couldn't. I didn't just see hornets. She kind of gets a little clammed up at recalling that night's events, and she takes a deep breath. He came to me, and I told him how prayer, penance, blessing, exorcism, nothing worked. And I was convinced that my God had forsaken me. And he offered me a place here. And I was quite misinformed of the circumstances. But especially after that first investigation, I felt obliged to learn more. And it's hard. It's hard. Just I don't know if it's my Lord has forsaken me, or spawns of the devil, or something potentially more sinister like the paranormal. And she takes some deep breaths to calm herself. She doesn't want it to ruin her night. She's desperately trying to calm herself.
Argyle notices, and he places a hand again on your hand, and he's saying, "My dear, look at me. It's okay. You're all right. You're safe."
She feels the warmth of his hand on hers as she looks at it, and then looks at him, realizing that she was slowly starting to let it all back. But then, seeing his eyes looking up at her, she relaxes. Once again, she relaxes with ease as she embraces it. She sighs softly as she feels the weight slowly dissipate from her, and she mutters, "Thank you. I'm sorry. It's also a touchy topic for me, but I trust you. I trust you with it."
It's quite all right, my dear. It's gonna be all right. Let us enjoy our night together.
Mm-hmm.
And we then pan out and see Argyle give a warm smile towards Lorelei. How does Lorelei react?
She smiles warmly back, and she feels that fluttery feeling in her heart again, this time stronger, and she embraces it, and she nods like, "Yes." I feel like we should talk about nicer topics. And yes, I would like to get to know you more, but how about we start with things you like?
Yes, my dear. And as we see passing through the window, we both see the two talking to one another as the night goes on. And as so it does, we then raise up into the sky that shows at the night sky once more. And there we see it slowly go into a window, entering into what is assumed to be a small office. We see a punching bag, and we see
Fuck.
a desk with lots of paperwork, along with a few dressers
Really
here and
soon to
there,
be. It is an office.
and a couch where some folks would have sit just for relaxing or for waiting is now occupied by a man who we know for is Ryan. Ryan, what are you dreaming about?
Fuck if I know. Fucking dreams are weird. The strange stuff. Oh god. Oh god. I'm slowing this down. I can't think of anything. DM, just
Don't
do
worry,
it. Just
take
do
your
it.
time.
No, just do it. Just do. Just could you maybe?
Yeah, no
Could you
worries,
maybe
no
just
worries.
come up with a
Hold
dream?
on.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'm putting up the music. Ryan, you find yourself walking down the street. You oddly remembered this street many times before.
Mm.
It is oddly dark as the street lights shine from above you down to the road. It is oddly quiet and empty around here, but that's kind of normal for where you usually walk around. It's not so busy here.
Yep.
You then notice someone out in the distance of the fog. They're just standing there. You can't tell if they're either looking at you or looking away from you. And you can't tell who they are besides either being some kind of person.
I guess I'm gonna approach them to get a better look.
You walk up to them, but you're still a couple of distance away. And as they turn their head, you can't see their face, but you notice something oddly familiar. The outfit. The hoodie. It can't be. Could it? You then notice something stringy where it's poking out under the hood. It almost looks like her hair.
Prozio?
They turn towards you. Nothing. They say nothing.
Are you alright? What are you doing here?
They just continue to stare. At least you think they're staring, for you can't see their face. You can only see them wearing the hoodie over their head, blocking out the view. You can
Ryan-
almost feel some kind of tension.
Ryan walks closer to her.
They still stand there, but as you walk closer, you kind of notice them backing away. At least at first. Until you realize it almost looks like they're trying to ready themselves.
Pretty, it's alright, it's me. Uncle Ryan. Uncle Ray. You alright? You in there?
At that, you then hear a very hollow sound. Are you what they call Ryan?
Yeah. Yep. That's my name.
Very interesting. I've only heard stories about you and her.
And then they walk forward
Wait, hold on.
towards
What,
you.
what the hell are you doing in my niece's body? What is this?
Oh, she's very interesting. A very odd one, but a very particular one we are after. At least someone I need.
They continue to walk forward, and you kind of see the hoodie's sleeves kind of droop down. Almost like they're elongating.
Oh. Shit. Ryan's kind of frozen in place. He's not sure what to do, but he doesn't want to back away because, you know, a part of his brain is still like, that's prettier. I don't want to leave her.
Tell me, Ryan, do you care about this one?
Of course I fucking do. Ryan readies his stance. He doesn't know what he's gonna do, but he wants to get that thing out of her.
Interesting. It saddens me, but unfortunately, I can't have you interfere. She is just too perfect.
I don't know what the fuck your goal is, but go and do it with another body, alright?
They walk closer, and you kind of notice how oddly bigger they're becoming. The limbs elongating a bit, and you can see from the hands, they're definitely not prettias. They look old, ancient even, wrinkled. And you can kind of see the hoodie kind of droop down long and long, almost forming into a robe.
Ryan's
Now
stumbling.
tell me. No, go ahead.
Ryan's stumbling backwards in step with the creature that's walking towards him. That's it, that's all I had to say.
Tell me, Ryan. Are you scared of the dark? Of things you cannot see? Of the hidden? Of the great closed eye?
Ryan gives him just a hard glare. Although he is shaking, he doesn't answer his question.
I'm going to need you to roll on a difficulty of stress for let's go for a 3.
3, okay. Hold on, I didn't have my character sheet out. Oh no. So sorry.
Take your time.
Okay, here we are. Okay. Right, yep, difficulty 3. That's a 5.
Yeah. All right. Let me describe this to you. You feel frozen, cold even. You can't help but stagger in fear as you soon see what was Pritya then reveal under the hood a very ancient old man. His beard long. You can't see his face for how pitch black it is, but you can only see the pupils of his glowing eyes. and you hear, "Very good." And then you wake up to the sound of
Fucking shit. Did
you've
I get
gained
any
3
stress?
points of stress.
Yeah, okay. Shit, holy shit. What's that? Is that his phone? I don't.
You look around and you see your phone. It is ringing.
Ryan grabs it, stop fumbling a bit with it, as he does.
You hear first a bit of rustling movement, and then finally, Ryan,
Yeah,
it's me,
Manny?
Manny.
Yeah, hey. Hey, what's up? What's wrong?
Well, I just want to apologize for how long it's taken. The flight lasted quite longer than we expected, especially
no, it's
since
alright.
it was so abrupt. But we've just made it back home.
Alright, that's good. Do you still have those directions I gave you for the institute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you want me to go by myself, or should I bring the kids?
Bring Prettier. Bring Prettier at least.
Okay. I don't trust keeping the kids alone.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. I should have called you first thing when it all happened.
You don't have to apologize. You have a lot on your plate. I get it.
Okay. Yeah. You then kind of hear someone in the background kind of whining a bit, like, "When can we go to bed?" Soon. Just I'm calling Ryan right now. You then kind of hear like a long sigh as you know him well enough that he's doing that pinching thing from the bridge of his nose to his brow.
Mm.
Look, I'm sorry to wake you up, but I just...
No, it's alright. I'm glad you called me to let me know.
Well, we'll be there around... What's a good time? When do you guys open?
When do we open, Endo?
You guys open at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right, we open at 7.
Okay, I'll meet you a couple hours later from that. I have to get the kids a
Alright.
little bit prepared at least.
I'll see you then.
I'll see you soon. And Ryan,
Yeah?
please be safe.
Okay.
As the phone clicks off.
Ryan
It
lays
is... No, go ahead.
Ryan lays back with a sigh, his hand to his forehead, just staring at the ceiling.
It is quiet. You can almost hear the ticking of a clock in your room, the swinging of your punching bag, the moonlight piercing through the window, giving you enough light to kind of look around.
Cool. I mean, is there anything there?
I'm going to ask, what is Ryan feeling right now after everything that just happened?
Oh yeah, right, he had a nightmare. He's nervous as fuck. He doesn't know if that dream meant anything. He's just sat thinking it through over and over again in his head.
You kind of get images of that figure, that man. It's alarming. Especially when you can't figure out how he looked. All you can remember is seeing that dark face with those piercing white eyes. You then hear a bit of footsteps outside your door.
Ryan's a bit on edge after the nightmare, so he sits up.
You hear the footsteps kind of getting closer. It is very slow, and you can almost hear something being dragged or pushed.
He clenches his hands onto the sofa.
You clench the sofa, and you then hear this.
Holy shit, okay. Ryan goes to open the door. He opens it only like a little bit and peeks through. Yes, who's there?
What are you doing here, lad? It's a bit late for you, isn't it? It's the janitor.
Oh, just getting some late night stuff done. It's, you know how it is.
Don't you sleep in the archives?
I'm sorry, what? No,
I don't know. I just heard stories going around, rumors that you'd be sleeping near the archives.
What the rumors? Okay, first of all, what rumors? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a noisy person.
Yeah, that's clear. Well, I assure you I've not been sleeping near or within the archives at any point in my employment here. What are you doing up so late anyway? Thought the whole place was shut down.
I'm here to do my job. I'm cleaning up with the mess you blokes have wandered around and just made a mess of. I had to clean up the blood the last time you folks came in. And he kind of like pushes you aside. He is oddly strong for his short stature.
Whoa, hey now.
And he kind of brings in the cleaning cart, and he looks at you and say, "So what's got you tied in a bind?
Oi.
I see you're sweating there.
Can't you just, like, come and clean in the morning? Like, is it that urgent?
Of course it is. Look at your room.
It's fine. I just moved in.
Yeah, and it's dusty.
Whatever. What? Fine. Just get it done.
Right. Now you didn't answer my question. What are you doing here this late, and why you look like you're sweating and just got off from the ocean?
Alright, none of your business, and I'm fine.
He then takes out the duster and begins dusting. You do notice it is a little bit dusty, especially near the desk.
Shit, dust collects quick.
You'd be surprised here. Too many artifacts are bringing in dust from all over the world. I tell you, if I had to tell that Shallows fella a piece of my mind, I tell him, why don't you get yourself more cleaners instead of just having me? But no! I have to be the only one here during the night.
Only cleaner? That's a wash.
Do you even know how big this place is?
It's
I
enormous.
barely get much sleep.
Fucking hell. Why only you?
Oh, it's not only me. I'm just
venting a bit. I'm pretty sure we have another one somewhere on the other side of the wing. But I wish they did their job much better.
Right.
He then goes over the window and kind of like pulls down the shutters to kind of like dust it off a bit, and it's almost pitch black. It is scarily dark now.
Brian flinches a little when just taken in just how dark it is. Jesus.
Hear him dusting a bit, and then he opens them back up, revealing the moonlight back onto you, and he looks back at you and says, "Alright, you won't tell me what's wrong, and yet you look like you're pissed yourself."
I'm scared of the dark. Is that what you want to hear? Grown man, scared of the dark.
You're scared of the dark.
Yeah.
Ha! And you work here?
Laugh it up, mate. Yes. Are you done?
Alright, I'm only teasing. I'll leave you be.
Right, well.
And he then pushes the cart outside and says, "You sure you don't want me to clean more of your office? It kind of smells in here a bit."
Smells of what?
"Of you!" I'm only teasing.
Ryan shuts the door.
You shut the door on him, and you can still kind of hear him laughing a bit.
Bastard.
It soon kind of grows distant as he then kind of quiets himself down.
Scott, you cunt. Ryan doesn't think he can sleep anymore.
What do you do now?
I don't know. Right, punching bag. He just punches it. He just uses the punching bag. This would be a good place if you want to like end the scene, because yeah.
Let us then pass through the window from Ryan's room as he's punching the punching bag, as it soon descends down a bit somewhere around the building and into another window that then goes through a door to then eventually a room where we see the office of D123. D123, are you asleep at the moment?
No, she is feeling all sorts of bad things right now. It was not that long ago that Ryan had that conversation with her, and she does feel a little more stable as Shallows gave her the comfort that she needed, but she still felt really violated. And in that moment, she tried picking up a pen sitting on her desk to try to work, but for the life of her, she couldn't write anything down. And she just stares. Eventually, the clock takes her attention, and she just stares at it as it clicks and clacks. Sooner or later, she dissociates and just thinks to herself, what in the world got her in that situation? Where she is right now. She thought of all the friends, all the people that she loved, that she hated. At some point, she put a hand on her stomach and she sighs, staring at the clock continuously as life flashes before her eyes.
You feel around, and the ticking of the clock kind of grows louder and louder. It is numbing, comforting, dreadful. You can't decide, and there's no in between. And as you sit there, clenching your stomach, you then hear a voice. D123? D123?
She does not answer.
You almost close your eyes, and it is kind of foggy all around. It's almost hypnotic in a sense. And then you hear, Nicole?
She slowly she slowly turns her head to where that voice came from.
You turn around and see a young woman with blonde hair, squinty eyes, and small glasses. Nicole, you okay? You look around you and you notice you're no longer in your office, but you're back here. You're in the break room where all of the other patients are hanging about quietly, talking to each other, sitting, looking out the window. Maybe some are even listening to music or playing some activities. And you then feel a sense of... Actually, describe to me how she feels right now.
There's a part of her that's terrified, and there's a part of her that's relieved. She is so deep in delusion right now that she is convinced that she just woke up from a nightmare. Raya?
I'm here. Are you okay?
Where am I?
You're at the asylum. We're on break right now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That makes sense.
She then kind of like sits right next to you, trying her best to kind of like not touch the floor a bit with the best of her ability. You can kind of see she's kind of like squirming a bit, but gets comfortable and looks at you and says, "Are you okay, Nicole?"
I just had the strangest nightmare. There were lovely people, but there were bad people as well. I was back at work, doing my favorite things, but I don't know if... I don't know. I'm so happy to see you again.
She smiles and looks at you and says, "I'm happy to see you too. I don't know why they're isolating us more. It's becoming scary."
They have?
Oh, yeah. Well, the wardens, they're giving us little breaks. This is probably going to be our last one for a while. They told us so.
are we gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ranya, it's
Whatever
fine.
happens.
It's alright.
Whatever happens, I don't know.
It's alright. It's alright. She comes over to, like, hold her. We'll be fine. We went through this before. We can do it again.
You can feel how shaky she is. You've never seen her this afraid before, but now you kind of feel her emotions are more vulnerable now. And you hear, I'm just worried about Nora. I'm worried about you. I don't think... What are we gonna do?
I'm not going to let this happen any further. I won't let this go on for the rest of our lives, I promise you. One day we'll be free. But don't worry about me, please worry about yourself and Nora. If I had a dying wish, that would be it.
You can feel her gulp a bit as she rests her head on your shoulder from hugging. And then you then hear the sound of creaking metal as the two doors behind you both opens. There you see at the entrance of the doors are three men. One of them in a lab coat, while two in kind of nurse-looking uniforms. But they're all male. But for some reason, you can't see their faces. Why can't you see their faces? The main odd thing is that how really big those two men are, those two nurses. They look familiar, but you can't pinpoint. But you do remember that smell. That same disgusting smell ever since you first met them. And then you hear, break time's over. Everyone, back to their rooms. You kind of look around and you see a few of the patients get up while a few look nervous. Almost like they're kind of expecting something bad to happen. You even kind of look to see Nora still playing with one of the activities given. A bit of a puzzle box.
She gives... She takes... Before they leave, she takes Ranya's hand and leads her towards Nora and gives some little kisses on the forehead.
Please, don't go.
I don't want to. But she, after a moment of silence, she thought about what she said and actually doesn't go.
You then hear the same man, the one in the lab coat, say, "You three, break time's over. Let's go."
Doesn't reply.
You then hear this. And then footsteps walking towards you. You then feel a tug on your shoulder a very thick hand gripping tightly, and then you hear, "Come on, let's go."
No, we don't want to. We prefer to stay here. If you'd be so kind.
I don't think you got a choice there, mate.
And then you feel a very, very rude grip on the shoulder as you're pulled away, almost kind of falling to the floor.
And then she bites him.
This is going to be on a difficulty of 3.
Let's go. Ooh, that'd be fun. That's a nat 1.
You do gain the ability to bite, but his skin is very thick. You kind of feel like you're chewing on leather. And you can kind of hear, "Yeah, nice try there, lass." And then you get like a tight grip on the hand as you're then pulled away. And then you notice the other big nurse walk over to Rania and Norithel. They're both looking scared, but you can kind of see Rania willingly going, not wanting to de-escalate, while Norithel is kind of like gripping onto the table, kind of like groaning as she's being pulled. "Come on, lass, come on!"
Let go of her!
I said, "Let's
Don't
go!"
you like that?
And then Northel is kind of yanked from the table and almost hits the floor.
She struggles to get out of their grasp, but it's not really doing much.
You then feel an arm go around your neck as you're put in it like a chokehold a bit. And then you see the doctor, and you still can't see his face, but your mind replaces it with someone else. Someone that hurts you. Someone that has brought you here before.
I believe it's time for you to rest.
And then you feel a sharp pain stab through your neck. You look to see the big brooding man stick a syringe into your neck and insert some kind of medication.
While that was happening, I imagine she was in like a sort of like begging tone. She goes, "Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, please."
Take her away. And then you feel your body grow numb. Feel very heavy. You can't feel anything. And as the world around you becomes blurry, may I ask, what is the last thing you say to Rania and Northel?
Hold on, let me think this through. Probably something along the lines of like, "I'll be alright. Behave."
And as you say those words, darkness consumes your eyes as your eyes close. And you feel that tight grip no longer there. And then you wake up. You wake up back in your office.
She She has like one of those like deep breaths, like sweating, kind of like waking up, you know. And there's a part of her that's relieved and disappointed, as the vision was worse than where she is now. But now isn't exactly very appealing either.
You look around and you see the scattered drawings, the paperwork, your folded out bed, your desk. You would have think this would have been comforting, but as you said, it's not. Not anymore. You then notice are you wearing your straitjacket at the moment?
Yeah.
You kind of feel the comforting tightness of it. But even that can't shake up the feeling. And I'm going to need you to roll on a stress level of 4.
That's a 3. Why am I getting bad roll?
All right. You gain 3 points of stress.
So that is that one level.
Yes.
Yay. I mean, oh no. Ah, dang it! I should have. Oh, I had a chance, but I didn't. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Next time.
Go ahead.
She doesn't want to see anyone right now, even those that she loves. Complete isolation for herself is what she believes she deserves at the moment. She feels like talking with someone and having them not understand would feel lonelier than just being by herself. If she could, she would spend the whole day invisible in that room.
You feel invisible now. It is still quiet. Even the clock's ticking no longer seems to faze you anymore. And as you just look at your desk, you can almost feel that tight grip again. That same acrid smell those nurses had. And that familiar, yet unfamiliar face of that one doctor. Let us now go through the night as it slowly passes by to sunrise. The sun peeks through the buildings as it then lands on an apartment through a window where we see inside of a bedroom. Nathaniel, can you describe to me what Nathaniel's bedroom looks like? Nathaniel?
I don't know if Nexus is still AFK or not.
Oh, were they AFK?
Yeah, I think I saw them say BRB.
Oh, okay. You guys want to take a break real quick?
I don't mind. Do you guys want to take a break?
I literally said, be right back.
Sorry.
That was a while ago. We don't know if you came back, so
I say back in the chat when I'm back.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
My bad. You guys still want that break, or are you ready, Nexus?
Sorry, can you please repeat that?
Are you ready? Or
Yeah, I'm ready.
okay. Describe to me how Nathaniel's bedroom looks like.
I could describe it as a organized chaos in a sense. It has, it's not exactly dirty, but it is a little cluttered. He doesn't exactly bother organizing many things, but he knows where everything is.
Are you laying in bed as the morning is rising, or when does Nathaniel usually get up?
He gets up about, I'd say 15 minutes before opening.
As you wake up, the sunlight kind of pierces your eyes, and you find yourself at your apartment. It's just as you said, a little messy, but also organized. And you then kind of remember how lonely it is a bit here, but you kind of gotten used to the feeling. What is his? Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the light, like, pierces his eyes a little, but he does end up sitting up.
As you do, you kind of feel like a bit of a back pain as your back pops a bit.
Nice. Felt that one.
Yeah, it's just one of those morning routines you're more used to. What is his morning routine, if you don't mind me asking?
His morning routine after he gets up is it's a very simple one. He takes a quick hot shower, makes sure that nothing that he is about to wear, even though it's usually the same, is like stained, smells funny, stuff like that. Just kind of picks whatever, and then he, once dressed, goes into his kitchen just for a very usually unhealthy snack.
Like how unhealthy?
It depends on what he grabs, because he doesn't exactly care what he grabs.
Let's say you kind of like grab yourself an Eggo, a waffle Eggo.
Yeah. Just very quickly makes it in his toaster.
As you're walking around the kitchen, I'm going to say there's a GM intrusion. As you then kind of trip against something on the floor.
I'll accept it.
Alrighty. You have gained 2 points of XP. Do you wish to give it to someone else or keep it for yourself?
I'm sorry. I love just this idea that he gets points from tripping. That's really funny to me. I guess I'll keep the 2. I'll keep the 2 from tripping.
As you trip, you kind of get a little upset, not too much. And as you turn around, you notice one of the floorboards is kind of tilted upwards. you can almost see something peeking underneath it.
Ah. That's very curious. Nathaniel kind of crawls over, still on the floor, I'd imagine, and then just ends up opening the thing to see. It kind of like opens, like moves the floorboard.
Are you using your crowbar, or do you wish to roll for this on a might? A difficulty
just-
of, let's say, 3.
I'll just use my crowbar.
Okay. This will ease it by 2 points, if I'm correct. Is that right?
Guess who forgot to take out their dice? Give me a moment. I'm very sorry. Random 20. Yeah, you'll. So it's eased by how much?
I think it's eased by 2 points since you're using a crowbar, and this was a difficulty of 3.
I got 10.
Alright. You easily open the loose floorboard. And at first, like, dust kind of sprays into your face. You kind of cough a bit. And as the dust settles, you then notice something glimmering a bit. You look into it and you see something metallic. It kind of looks like it's too big to be pulled out of the floorboard, the one that you have broken out. But you do realize how weak the other floorboards nearby are.
Okay. I guess I'll use my crowbar to, with those as well. So I
Right.
just gotta see it.
I don't think you need to roll for this since it's more narrative. As you open the other floorboards, you kind of see it clearly. Inside, you see at first white paper and yellow folders, along with, in the middle, kind of almost being surrounded by the paperwork inside, is a metal box. It has engravings that surround all over it. It's almost scary looking, for it has like imagery of tortured faces, but they all look different.
That's concerning as hell. Very cautiously, because Nathaniel has no idea what the hell this box is about and why it's in his house, slowly picks it up and kind of puts it on the floor, but away from like all of the floorboards he just broke.
As you place it on the floor, you kind of get a better look at it. It's a bit teal. It has a outlining frame that is gray, and the engravings from the tortured faces that you have seen, they all look like they're scared of something specific. And you see, at first, ones where their eyes have been clawed out, another where their teeth are bearing into another, and one who are all looking like they're worshipping, but looking closer, you see are almost weeping at the sight of a giant floating eye. And then at the top, you see a keyhole. And it doesn't look like any ordinary keyhole, for it has like a weird looking shape to it. Almost with 4 lines going across, with one going diagonally down.
out of character. What in the Pandora's box is this? uh, 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 he's astonished that he has no idea how long this has been under the floorboards of his own home. But this gives off a weird feeling to him. He can't exactly describe it, but the fear the fear and the worship that's seen on this box seems almost a deja vu-esque type of familiarity. He's not seen this before, and yet he recognizes it, but not physically. I have to take this to Professor Shallows. He puts it on his kitchen counter before kind of admittedly haphazardly putting the floorboards back and just being like, I'll fix that later, before grabbing the box and making it out in a bit of a hurry. With this new discovery, he doesn't know what to think of it, so he thinks Shallows might know.
As you do, as you pick it up, you kind of feel it is oddly heavy, yet light at the same time. It is not warm or cold, yet an odd temperature to it that you can't place. And I'm going to say this. You can almost hear this.
Fuck that. That sent a chill up my actual spine. Nathaniel is freaked out, but in the end, he does want to give it to Shallows.
Is this where you'll start heading out?
Yes. Stop saying "got rod" in the chat. Oh my god. I'm trying to be serious for once in my life.
Woe be upon you, Ruth of Raw! As you go down the halls and out to your rental, you place the box in the car, and there you're out to drive. It's as you're driving, we then have the camera pan all the way over to a young woman who is walking towards the Institute. We see is Alicia. Alicia, what is it that you're thinking of right now as you're walking to work?
So mad. I'm so mad because I was trying to look up like pants that fit me right, but none of them have the collar I want or the pockets I want. They always have something wrong, and she's mad about that. I mean, not me, her. I was definitely not doing that right now.
You're going through like images and you can't like find like the right outfit. It pisses you off, as you said. Like, would you say you're in like a scummy mood right now?
Nah, it's okay. I'm just annoyed because she's always spending so much time on it. And it's like, it's hard to find good quality clothes nowadays.
As you're walking down the street, you can see around towards the Institute. There's a few people walking by, cars driving. You know, this area right here is not too busy, you know that. But you kind of wish it was over how weirdly empty it feels. It is not that strange feeling. You've seen it empty before, but it's just not many people around.
Wait. Are empty? I think I missed that part.
Just like around you, but there are some people around, like walking by, a few cars driving by, but it almost feels like it doesn't feel as active as it used to be before.
Oh. Why is that?
You don't know. But I will say you do see coming up is, you know, the entrance. There you can kind of see some of the people that you work with walk in. But oddly enough, you see two people outside. They're kind of like, they're not close to the entrance. They're a little bit far, somewhere underneath a shade of a tree. And they're just kind of staring at the people walking in.
Creepy behavior. Ew.
Do you wish to go
Endo.
inside or?
No. Damn. I low-key wanna go to the people and tell them, hey, don't stop people like that.
So you wish to go up to these two people?
I guess. I mean,
It's your choice.
shout again, but like, oh. Yeah, go up, and then I'm gonna read, and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, are you guys okay? Can I help you? Yeah. Let's go.
All right. As you walk up towards them, you kind of notice their black outfits, kind of covering a lot of their skin. It's like a sharp contrast to, it's both a man and a woman, a white Asian woman and a tall black man. You walk up to these two people. They're dressed in black, kind of all over them, hiding a bit of their skin. You can see one of them is a Asian woman and a tall black man. They look at you, but soon one of them, the black man, looks back to the Institute's entrance.
Oh wait, I kind of like notice that he is looking at the institute, and so I'm like, hey, I see you guys, on my way to work. Is everything all right? Are you guys okay?
You see the woman look at you, and you can tell that she's greeting you. A bit of you don't see like a nod, but you can tell they're saying hi. The other one, the man, he looks back, and you can tell they want entry into the institute.
They what?
You could tell they want entry into the institute.
Like they want to go in?
That's what you think. They didn't say anything.
And why do I think that?
I can't say. You just think so.
Bruh. Bruh's telling me what to think. No, I'm kidding. Um. So. Um. Oh, so yeah. So I tell them, like, hey, I just wanted to come up to you guys and tell you, like, I noticed that you guys are staring a little bit at people, and I just wanted to let you know that people might get a little mad if you keep doing that. So, if you guys need to speak to anyone, just do so, because you don't want to make a bad impression on anybody.
They look at you, kind of staring, and creepily enough, you see the woman kind of just standing there, and without moving their head, you see their eyes kind of like turn to the right, almost like they're looking at the street, seeing if anybody is walking by.
Mm. Okay. All right. Alicia cannot do anything. So she's like, okay, fine. Well, just stay safe and don't do anything weird. And she walks away slowly. Oh, and she waves like bye.
As you do, you kind of see them looking back. You can almost see a bit of a ripple around their mouth.
What's a
Almost like
ripple?
they're trying to... I guess not like in Zach ripple, but more like a shaking of a lip. Almost like they're trying to say something.
Oh.
But once you look back, they continue staring.
At me or at the people?
At you.
It's because I dressed pretty today. That's why. Yes. Reaffirmation. They're staring at me because they like my outfit. Sure. And she keeps walking. Yeah. They're catcalling with their minds. Sure.
So you enter into the institute, I assume, right?
I do, and I try to find a window to see if I can look at them from the window.
You find a nearby window, and looking out, you can see the two people still standing there. And you actually do see a familiar face walking by, kind of passing them, and you see Sadie.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And she kind of stops a bit and then looks back and starts chatting with the two people.
What do you mean? Oh, they want to talk to Sadie. They don't want to talk to me. Okay, keep going.
It seems to be one-sided, as Sadie is kind of like going on as she usually does, while the two people are just staring.
Okay, I get out of the institute and I approach Sadie. Damn, girl.
As you do, you hear the picking up of the conversation as she says,
So yeah, I've been running this D&D campaign and... Oh! Hey Alicia, how are you?
Hi, Sadie. How are you? Oh my gosh, I have to tell you something. You're not gonna believe me, but we have to go into the institute like right now. Come on. And I grab her hand, and I'm like, "You're not gonna believe this, girl." And I walk faster and faster.
Oh, okay. What I don't believe? Oh, are you talking about the movie that recently came out? Oh, I absolutely love it. It's so good.
Yep.
And as you do, you kind of look back and you kind of see, almost as if one of them were trying to reach out a hand, but then quickly place it back to their side.
Okay. So we go into the institute, and I corner Sadie to tell her something. Okay, Sadie, don't panic, but like, I wouldn't talk to those people, and I wouldn't approach them.
But why? They seem nice. I mean, a little bit quiet, but I mean, they seem interested.
And so Alicia thinks about it for a bit, and she's like, well, you know how, because we're investigators, we go out and we see a lot of things, right? A lot of strange things.
Yeah.
Well, these people remind me a little of some people that we deal with not so long ago. Basically, it was a group of people that was like hypnotized. They kept staring. They wouldn't talk, and God knows how long they've been staring right there. I think I have to tell the others because I don't have a good feeling about it. But please stay here. Don't go out. I don't think it's safe.
Okay. I trust you.
Thank you. And you can tell me more about the D&D campaign that you were running when we take lunch together.
Oh, of course. Oh, I think you're gonna love it. It's probably one of my best so far.
Yes, I bet so. You're a very creative person. I bet your players love you. Or will love you if you haven't started.
This is when you hear the doors open. Stepping through, you see Nathaniel.
Oh, hello, Nathaniel. Good morning. How are you today?
Oh, hi, he's like trying not to make it obvious that he's doing this hard like thing where he's trying to show that he isn't holding anything dangerous, but also hiding it from the general like thing to like the other students, so that no one like has other eyes on him. He's just like, good morning to you too.
Oh, what is it that you're holding right there? And she kind of like bends a little and stares at the hand that he's holding the thing out.
Sorry, the mental image. Just something I found. Thought, Professor Shallows would want to see it.
Is it a new artifact? Where do you find it?
Would you believe me if I said under my floorboard?
I think at this point, if you ever found it on your shoe, I would believe you.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that response. I suppose you have a fair point there. I'll catch up with you later. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Yes, goodbye. Just kind of walks away awkwardly.
Look at Nathaniel. Always anxious as always. You know. Have I ever seen him happy? I don't think so.
Ow. Ow, my feeling.
This is also where you hear the door open again. And in steps Lorelei.
You. Hi. And she goes to Lorelei and gives her a hug.
Alicia, dear. She's kind of in a good mood as she hugs Alicia back. She is smiling warmly, and if Sadie's there, she's also waving to Sadie, like, "Oh, hi, Sadie dear." Is Sadie still there?
Sadie!
Oh, sorry.
I thought she was still there. I want to include Sadie. I want more Sadie.
Sadie walks over and says, "Oh, hi, how are you?"
I'm doing swell. um,
So, how was it?
Alicia's jumping, it's jumping up and down. She's like a little dancing, waiting to hear Lorelai.
Well, it went swell. She's twirling her hair. I think we may have another date planned for Saturday.
Yes, I can buy you more dresses for future dates. Oh my gosh, did he like the 40% dress? I bet it was so beautiful. He doesn't even expect that it was so cheap, obviously, because I got it for you.
I knew I was right to trust your wonderful idea. He loved it. He would call me gorgeous.
Of course.
Is-
I was gonna talk to him if he didn't.
Man, what a horn dog of a boss Argyle is. Come on, you know it's true.
What's a horn dog?
I don't know. I think it's an American thing.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah. Well, let's say he is a bit of a horn dog, if that's a positive thing. Oh, he was really. he was. Oh, he was so romantic. He got me a rose and everything. He was the most. He was the most like calm I've ever seen him. She's kind of struggling to talk, but not in like a bad way, but in like a good way, because she's kind of like shaking her hands, like stimming, and she's like smiling and giggling. She's kind of like, she's so excited to tell Sadie and Alicia how it went, but she's like, she can't like contain her happiness.
Well, thinking about it, you two are kind of anxious like each other, and you do seem kind of calm when you're around him. So it seems like you two are good influence for each other.
Well, I suppose. I'll admit I was stuttering like I was on like a stage in front of many people, and that she wasn't so good with that. And yeah, I was stuttering so much. But he didn't seem to mind that much, and it was a relief, and I'd say I was pretty proud of myself for losing it. Well, it was magical, and I couldn't stop holding his hand.
Alicia kind of like pats her back. Well, not pats, it's like more like, and she's like, it is nice to finally see you happy here.
Yeah, it feels nice. Well, I've got a team I can trust. Made of my new friends, and I'm going on a date with a really sweet guy. And I haven't felt this happy in a really long time. Yeah.
Lorelai, have you ever kissed a boy before?
You see Sadie kind of like looking at both you and Lorelai with mouth open, stars in her eyes, like,
I love you, Sadie, and I love you, Alicia.
No, it was well and truly my first time on a date.
Yeah, it seems like it. But don't worry, I'm gonna give you all kinds of tips so it's not an embarrassing first kiss. I got you.
I, I really appreciate that, Alicia. Thank you. I was, I couldn't help but feel a little upset that we didn't kiss, but I've only known him for a few weeks. And half a
Oh,
day
no,
into love.
Yes. Never jump right in. It's good that you're taking it slow. You know why? Because it means that you're thinking about it. And that's better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really new to romance. I was never allowed to date or have a boyfriend when I was younger, or when I was 20, or for most of my 30s. And only up until now that I've moved away from Norwich to live here in London. It's the first time I've ever really thought about it. She kind of looks a little awkward at that, but then she shakes it off. Like, it's nothing to be concerned about. But I'm glad that. I'm really happy that Argyle is my first. He was so kind. He was so sweet, and he was so handsome. I could tell he was shaking in his boots. It was quite adorable.
I want to say Alicia kind of puts like her hands on her mouth and she kind of jiggles and she looks at Sadie and is like, ha.
Oh, my boss is dating one of my friends. This is awesome.
Then
And
hear one. Oh, go ahead.
No. Go.
You then hear sound of the doors opening once again. And behind you see a bit of a tall, thin man with dark skin. And he has a young woman and a kid nearby. They both walk in, and you can see like the awe and wonder in the young woman's eyes, while the younger kid, wearing like a soccer jersey, is kind of looking around, looking all bored. And then you see the man looking to you and says, "Is this the Shalos Institute?"
Can we help you with anything?
Yes. I'm here to look for my friend, Ryan Sethi.
You're Ryan's husband.
Well, we're not together, unfortunately, but yeah, you know him?
Yes. Well, no, yeah, I do. But I don't know if he's here yet. Let me look in his office. And then she runs towards like whatever Ryan sleeps or something.
She'll be back. She'll be
Go
back
ahead.
with him. Let's go somewhere quieter so you can wait, and I'll keep you company. It'll be like it'll be probably easier to see me. And she leads them to like some seats in the main hall.
Thank you. Come on, kids. as you're both walking to find seats, you kind of like pass a few artifacts that stand near the seats. One of them being like a tall, stuffed taxidermy bear. It looms over you, kind of scaring you a bit, but you kind of gotten used to the place already. So this is nothing new. And you can see both of the kids' fascination kind of getting to them.
I feel
Whoa.
like Lorelai does.
Is that
initially-
real?
Oh, sorry.
I suppose it is. It's
And she looks at the info card. It's like on the wall next to it.
it seems to be real. It says that it's an old taxidermy from the 1910s. Yeah. There's so many artifacts around here. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, I can tell. It seems like a very big place. Kind of confuses for the Natural Museum. What's your name, by the way?
Mother Lorelei Fontana. Kind sir. But you can just call me Lorelei. What's your name, sir?
Pleased to meet you. You can call me Manny. This little youngster here is Daniel, and here is Pritia. They're both a bit of a handful, and he kind of like nudges both of them. Only Daniel kind of like chuckles a bit, while Pritia continues to kind of look around, fascinated.
They don't seem like quite a handful. They seem quite well behaved. Isn't that right, you two?
She does bend down to their height, and she smiles at them like,
You two finding it fascinating?
You know, I kind of thought this place was boring, but man, this place is big. And look at that. Pritia, do you see that? And you see Pritia kind of looking over. You can see the wonder in her eyes. Even like kind of like putting down the sunglasses to kind of look better. But she doesn't make a noise or say anything, just kind of looks around. You can almost kind of see her kind of enjoying what she's seeing.
Anything that takes your fancy, dear?
she looks down at Pritch and she smiles.
Pritia kind of looks over and then pulls out her AAC, her tablet, and then types in a few words. Hold on. Fascinating. Do you work here?
I do, as a matter of fact. Ironic as it is, but I work with Rayan. I'm his fellow investigator.
Fascinating. And you can kind of see she's now back to looking around.
Oh, well, I'd say as much as the artifact can freak me out a little bit, there's a couple fascinating ones over here.
I think she's trying to entertain them as she walks over to a statue with no arms or head, wearing traditional clothes as she leads them over to it, trying to entertain, trying to keep them interested. This one, I think is marvelous the way the craftsmanship is done. But what's this one about? She reads the card again. This one seems to be a haunted statue related to the circus of the other, which they use to decorate more prestigious venues. Oh, never heard of the circus of the other. Sounds a bit coolish, but what do you think?
Sounds spooky.
You get used to it around here.
And this is where we'll head down the hallway where we see Alicia walking up to the door of Ryan's room.
I'm running. Nyong. Yes. And did you hear? Yeah. Alicia, yeah. yeah. I speed up the pace and I'm like, Ryan! Wake up!
196, 197, 198, 199, 200. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, hey, Alicia.
Ryan, your husband is here.
Oh! Shit. Why didn't anyone tell me? What the fuck? I guess you're here. Yeah, let's go.
I yeah, but like, change real quick. He cannot know that you're in pajamas,
Change!
or else he'll know that you sleep here.
Oh. Yeah, shit. 1 second. Ryan slams the door.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I'll wait. All right, come on. And like Alicia grabs him by the arm, thinking she's like pulling him, but it's really just that he's matching her pace. But in her hand,
Yeah.
in her head, she's pulling her. She's pulling him. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
As you do so, going down the hallway, running down the corridor, you eventually find yourself back near the entrance of the building. There you can see Lorelei, Manny, Pritia, and Daniel near a few of the artifacts are on display. You can kind of see Daniel is kind of looking around, almost like he's trying his best not to touch one of them. And Pritia is kind of like looking at it in awe.
Daniel, don't touch that.
And then you... And this is when, as you say that, Manny looks over to you.
Hey, you're here. Okay, that's very good. That's good. Yeah. Shit. Alicia, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I think Dee should be here. She's the one who knows the most about this Sandman thing, right?
Who, Pritia?
What? No, Dee. Get Dee.
Oh, right. Damn, you guys are making me exercise
Shit.
today. And
Shit,
she
man.
runs.
Nathaniel
and
just
she-
like, damn. Okay, I guess Nathaniel's doing his thing. Shit.
Okay, so
I'll
she
look
runs.
up
Okay,
again.
let's do this. Let's do this once again. I run towards D123's office / a room.
She
I
is
will
not there.
also-
Oh.
Where is she? Bitch, where you're at?
She went to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay.
She's-
Okay.
she
Knock,
didn't
knock,
pee.
knock. Oh my god. Knock, knock, knock. Oh my god. D's not there. Goes to the bathroom.
She is in the bathroom and hello, darling. Hello.
She's like in the middle of peeing. D, I need you to come with me.
All right, of course. Noticeably happier, but all right, yay. Okay, what are we doing right now? I'm excited.
She's just happy
We
to be there.
need your knowledge. We need your knowledge today. I mean, we always need it, but we need it especially today.
Ooh, of course. What do you? Oh, pretty, that sweet girl.
Yes. Yes,
Alright,
she is here. Daniel is here, and Ryan's husband here. So, yeah, let's go. You can take a piece later.
I'm already done, but alright. It gets like a book from her office or something real quick, and then like goes back down.
Yeah.
And this is where we'll head over to. As all this is happening, we then pass by Nathaniel. Nathaniel, tell me, where are you going right now?
Right to Shallow's office, because that's just like kind of my first thought is like Shallows is in his office, so I go there.
As you do, you then kind of pass by the archives, and you hear the doors open. You see a very tired-looking Diane kind of walking by, like clutching their eyes, moving around their glasses, kind of taking an empty cup of coffee.
He turns to like, oh, Diane, are you all right? I feel like at this point, now that he's deeper into the archives, he has the box more like fully exposed in both his hands.
Diane kind of looks towards you and she looks very groggy, and she says, hey Nathaniel, listen, I didn't mean to yell at you last night. I was really stressed out, so tired.
It's alright. I could tell you weren't exactly in the right headspace.
If there's any way I can make it up or something, I could. And then she pauses. You then kind of notice her once groggy looking eyes are now wide open.
Diane? Are you alright?
What is that you have?
Oh, I'm not sure. I tripped this morning on some loose floorboards at my home, and then when I moved some around, I noticed this thing. I was going to give it to Shallows, see, if he wanted it or not.
She then says, Do you not realize what you have? That's the box.
Oh, no, I had no idea that's the box that you mentioned last night.
That's give it here. And she kind of like frantically like is trying to like take it from your arms.
Nathaniel, like a bit of a coward, just kind of hands it over to her.
She then kind of like holds it. You could tell like it's very heavy for her, and she's kind of like holding it around. It's like, do you not realize what this is? This is what Caroline had. Don't you remember in the photo?
Oh, the image was a little bit blurry. I couldn't tell.
Come with me. We cannot show Shallows this.
All right.
She then takes you into the archives and places it on the table. And she's kind of like skimming through the paperwork, trying to look for something. Says, You said you found it under the floorboards?
Yes, I tripped under I tripped on a loose floorboard, as embarrassing as it sounds, in my own home. And I lifted it up and I saw this. I had to I have to fix it, but I feel like this is more important right now.
This is very important. This could help us lead to that. Okay. All right. She then tries to like look through the paperwork and says, "Try opening it. I'm gonna look for something."
But it needs a key.
What? Let me see.
Look at the top.
She then looks at it, and you can kind of see like the frustration flow over her, and you then see she is like ruffling through her tangled up hair, and then slams the desk a bit, like, "There's a key. Of course, there's a goddamn key."
Hey, I'm sure we can find it. Maybe it's in the archives somewhere.
Baby. No, that doesn't make sense. This place is only full of statements. The warehouse. Maybe it's a possibility.
Well, I suppose we need an idea of what we think the key looks like, aside from matching with the exterior of the spa.
She then kind of looks at it and takes out paper and a pen and begins to draw the symbol of the keyhole. 2 lines across and 1 diagonally down.
All right.
All right. Okay. Could find it in the warehouse.
If you do not mind me asking, why do you want this to be opened?
She looks at you, and you can kind of tell she looks nervous and, in a way, on edge. It's none of your business. It's just, it would answer some things. That's all.
He kind of sighs in mild frustration before clarifying. I feel like I at least should know something. Caroline had this after all.
Are you trying to persuade her to, or not persuade, to talk her into answering, or are you intimidating her?
I'd say, hold on.
You can use one of your special abilities or skills if you like for an investigation.
I'd say mild intimidation because I have inability in persuasion, so I just rather do the one I'd actually would be able to do.
All right, this is a difficulty of 6. What is your specialty? Or specialty. Are you specialized in it, trained, or inability on intimidation?
I'm none of the above.
Okay, so this will still be a roll on a difficulty of 6.
Oh, I could use one of my XPs to make it at least 5.
Oh, okay.
Because you
To
know,
ease the
I
roll?
have I have a bunch. I have a bunch of XP.
My man, how much?
I think like at least 5 or 6 points that I've still not used because I keep getting distracted.
You're all good. Yeah, you can do that. This will ease it by 5, but we'll take away 3. How many points of
I'll only be
of-
using 1 XP.
Yeah, but how much for your push roll for
My
hold
sorry,
on.
my what?
Let me check real quick. Your your effort.
My effort is 1.
All right, so it'll take away 1 point away from your intellect.
Okay. There's a 15.
A 15.
Yes.
All right. Since this is a 5.
I'm sorry, that is my mom.
No, it's okay. So she looks at you and kind of sighs in a frustrating manner and says, "You know well enough something is wrong here. And I know, I've seen it. I may not have been an investigator, but I've seen it. I've seen things come in here, never coming out. And some bad things have happened. And I know it might connect. I know it might connect to why we're stuck here. Have you ever thought why we've never quit?"
Well, it's most likely just because of the fact that fear of quitting might lead to termination.
Yeah, but you know how bad this job is. I mean, I remember seeing you all disheveled once. Even seeing, I don't know, you guys covered in blood. Isn't that not enough for you to want to quit the job?
I do not think I am the right person to answer that question. I've been here for so long, it's just become normalcy, as depressing as that might be to admit.
She kind of sighs again and places both hands on the table while looking down. Okay. That's not only the other thing. I believe it might connect to what happened to me at a young age.
If you don't want to share, you don't.
I don't think I have a choice anymore. When I was young, I'd have these dreams, these odd dreams of a place somewhere far, far away. I shouldn't even call them dreams, they're more nightmares. I saw monsters, ghosts, demons, people of unnatural power. And they all seem to be going to this one place. One place I can't recognize. But when I woke up from the last time I dreamt of that was when the fire happened. When the fire took my parents. When it took all that I cared about. It's what led me here. I'm here for answers. Not goddamn ghost stories. And she kind of like moves the papers, like just like throwing them off the desk, and she is like frustratingly slamming the desk.
Nathaniel, understandably, flinches at the papers being hit about, but then kind of puts a hand on Diane's shoulder. I'm very sorry you went through such a thing. I'll help with this. So we can see what is going on, if this can even help us, which, knowing how this place is oddly connected to so many, I think it might help.
If you say so. And then she looks at you and says, I refuse to be another goddamn mystery. And I will not stand to be left behind with no answers. I know you don't want that too.
You're very resilient.
Thank you. Now. And then she kind of looks at the box and takes a note. Are we ready to explore?
I'm just reeling from Diane Laurel. Damn. I think Nathaniel is. God damn it, Jesse! Let's frolic in the archives together. Sorry, let's take ibuprofen together. Energy. Okay, serious. So hearing about Diane's past and sort of realizing what he's realizing, he does wish to genuinely help with this. Probably helping to get the papers that Diane just flung by, get them off of the floor, and take a look at them himself. He's not in the archives as much as he probably should be for an investigator.
As all this happens, she then pats you on the back and says, "All right, if you're with me or not, I'm going down there." And then we will now head over back to Lorelei, Ryan, Manny, Daniel, and Pretia, as Alicia is returning with D123.
I hope you've been a good host to them, Lorelei. Haha.
I've been trying to. They seem interested. And she.
Vicky, what was that?
She's trying to. She was. Vicky. But Lorelei is trying to avoid eye contact with Ryan because she still feels bad about their talk at the chapel. Kelly is letting this get to her way too much, but she's scared that she's so upset that she's burdening Ryan, basically. That's the best I can put it. But she's trying to still talk to him, like, well, yes, they all seem interested, right? She looks at Danny and Britia.
Daniel kind of looks up to you, kind of giving you a bit of a nod, while also kind of like, poking and prodding at Pritya, which Pritya is a little bit annoyed, but is kind of looking in the direction where Daniel was pointing, which is another artifact.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, that one. The eye. This eye artifact. It apparently was found in a cave underneath a graveyard. She's just reading the plates at this point. She's just. I feel like she's keeping
You know your
a diet.
stuff.
Like. Yes. And I feel like she's keeping Danny and Pritya occupied. So Ryan and Miley can talk.
Right, so I have someone coming down, and then we'll just get started with all this. I really appreciate you coming. Really.
I mean, if it will help Pritya, of course.
I hope it does.
Me too. I don't know about this. I know you said stuff about supernatural, but are you sure that could be the case?
I am, yeah. It's... I
Manny
have
kind of...
a little more further evidence to assume that Pritya might be involved with Maya's weird cult.
No, Maya's... What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Right, yeah, so, when I went back to pick up, some stuff from the house, found these, notes, about a gathering, a party, and, like, that's all we knew, right? That she went to some weird thing and never came back, but, turns out she's part of a cult.
You see Manny is kind of like rubbing through his hair, and he's like, I suspected, but I didn't expect her to go that deep.
You suspected?
It's not one of those cults, suicide cults, right?
What? I don't know. It might be worse than that. But all I do know is that Maya is in Germany, and she may have gotten her hands on Pritya at some point. Was there any times when she was like, she got away from you?
No, only that. Well, it's a bit of a long story, but I know this place like does statements. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, this is what happened.
Oh shit! I gotta write this
If
down.
No, you don't have to. Don't worry.
Yeah.
If I can describe it in one word, it was terrifying. Losing Pritya. I mean, I didn't expect this trip to get out of hand, but I should have. I shouldn't have forced her on a trip far from home. But I also couldn't leave her. I just couldn't. If anything, I thought the kids would at least enjoy it. I even thought of taking them to an amusement park over in Germany, which I've told you about.
Yeah.
But honestly, they deserved better after what happened. We had just arrived at Freudenstadt after an hour drive from the airport in Karlsruhe. It was the town that was in the middle where Europa Park is, which is the place we were supposed to go. But we were also close to Baden-Württemberg. I thought visiting there before the park could at least help with the surprise, while also entertaining the kids. I thought it was a perfect plan. A lot of trips in the rental, sure, but it would have been worth it. Especially with the museum we went to. You should have seen Daniel. I mean, I could tell the kid was bored out of his mind until we came upon the fossils. He was amazed at their vast size and intricate bones, especially the mammoth. He joked it was you, Ryan.
I mean, continue.
Yeah. Pritya, though, I could tell wasn't enjoying it. She kept quiet or gave me a look of disappointment, spending time on her device, which I don't blame her. I brought her away from where she felt safe. The car ride back was very quiet between us. Daniel was asleep in the back as I tried to spark a conversation with her. You probably know what she responded with. I didn't push. When we returned, she went to the television and inserted one of her films to watch. I believe it was The Blair Witch Project, a scary film. I can't remember much. I was beaten, you know. Went to bed and passed out. I woke up somewhere around 1 o'clock. I heard the sound of wind. The room where we were was very cold. I got up to see what caused it. There I noticed the front door was open ajar, letting in a cool breeze before I could close it. Though I looked if anyone had stolen anything during the night. And that's when I noticed Pritya's bed was vacant. And I then noticed my wallet was missing from where I placed it. It didn't take long for me to connect the dots. I called the police. It was difficult with what little German I knew, but they sent out a search party around town to look for her. I was panicking while trying to keep Daniel calm. I know I should have called you, but I didn't know what to do. My mind was scrambled. I'm so sorry, Ryan. I did what I could waiting, searching for her myself with Daniel, but to no use. It was in the morning when they finally found her, in the Black Forest Schwarzwald. She was found a couple of feet away from a car crash. The police believe she had hitchhiked with a ride with the now hospitalized driver of the vehicle. I nearly thought she had walked all the way there. When they finally returned her, I wept and wept. My heart raced in the thought of her getting harmed. But when they brought her back, she had this look. It wasn't a tired look, or her usual disapproval look. I don't know if it was fear, for I could see some kind of glare in her eyes. I asked what was wrong, and all she said was these words I told you. Sandman. I didn't know what to do. I decided we should just cancel. Well, not cancel, just to leave out the trip to recuperate, you know?
Holy shit. She just up and left in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I assumed she probably wanted to leave for the airport to get back home.
Man. I don't remember her being that bad. Well, not her, but, you know.
Yeah.
Don't blame yourself, Manny. You did everything you could.
But that's not the only thing, Ryan.
What is it?
That's... Well... I couldn't sleep those past few days until our call, where I kept watch on the kids and decided to hold out on the trip until everything settled down. Pretty especially after that. You already know she was very quiet, but she barely used her tablet. But she asked if she could take the bed near the window, which I obliged to because I didn't want to displease her more. Later that night, I heard the sound of tapping against glass. It was subtle, not loud enough to wake up anyone, but noticeable if you listen closely. I turn over to see a shadow blocking the window next to Prettia's bed. I nearly jumped from my own bed from the sight, but I saw it well enough to be her, sitting upright, clutching a pillow close to her chest. I couldn't see it, but I knew the tapping was from her, rhythmically, in a pattern that sounded broken. I couldn't see anything out past the window because it was dark. Not at first, though. That's when it moved. I would have confused it for her if it wasn't so tall. It was obscured in the darkness, but I can almost point out a vague shape of a head, smooth and rounded. And when it moved, I noticed a giant lump up. When it turned, it looked like a bag of some kind. As it crouched, I saw the moving shape stop in place before turning what I assumed was its head. I can't describe how it felt. All I can say was that it was as if there were eyes in the dark, glaring at me, staring at me, studying me. That was when I heard these words from her. Dark Star. I woke up, and that's when we decided to leave.
Oh god. Oh god. Are you okay?
If I'm honest, no. No, not really.
Ryan reaches out a hand to Manny, but he kind of just like floats in the air. He's unsure of whether he would accept any physical touch right now.
You can kind of see he looks at your hand and at first was hesitant, but then places a hand onto yours, passing the fingers through yours, and clenches it. I'm scared, Ryan.
It's alright. It's okay. We'll do everything we can to protect her, to protect you and Daniel. We've got it from here, Manny.
I want to believe you. I want to trust you, but I am so scared right now. I don't know what to do.
Ryan doesn't know how to respond. The best he can do is pull Manny into a hug.
He accepts it, and you can kind of see him wrap his arms around you and silently sobs into your shoulder.
I'm sorry for everything. For leaving like I did. For never getting back to you. For just leaving you. Leaving Prettier to deal with everything. Leaving Daniel. Just leaving all of you.
It's okay. It hurts. I know what you were going through. I'm just sorry I wasn't there.
That
I'm
should
so
be
sorry.
my line. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize for anything.
It's been hard. It's been so difficult.
I know.
I don't know what to do.
I know.
And this is where you then hear footsteps coming from behind you. And you see Alicia and D123 walking down the corridor towards you.
Oh, great. You got her.
Yes, I did.
Right. Manny, I'm sure Lorelei must have introduced herself by now. This is Alicia and D123. She,
Is that Nicole?
don't. She doesn't use that name anymore.
Oh. I'm sorry. He then kind of like looks over to Pritia and Daniel and kind of ushers Pritia over, which Pritia looks a little scared at first, but then walks over. And Manny then says, is there any way you can help us?
It's okay, take your time.
I got nervous. I
It's
wanted to
okay.
say hi to Manny, but I got nervous.
It's okay.
You can
You
do
go
it now,
right.
you got this.
I think that D123 is just gonna look through the books and help however she can. Not that she doesn't know, but like to
D123.
refresh her.
You're gonna respond to Manny though?
D.
What?
He asked if you could. I promise you're in good hands.
I don't believe you. I'm just messing.
I don't believe you. Okay.
I'm living with the kids.
Hey, hey, Pritia.
D
Yeah, go on.
just goes, not to worry, Manny. We've been at this for a while. There's nothing that we can't beat.
What's that you have right there?
Information.
He kind of looks at it and sees it's. What book do you have?
Any book that's relevant right now.
I'll say you probably grab the book of possessions.
Yeah.
And he looks scared and kind of backs up a bit and says, "You don't think?"
D,
It's going to be fine, man.
something important. Apparently, at some point in the trip, Pritia was murmuring something like Dark Star. It's. Well, we know it's the cult.
I know. That's new information. What about the storybook you showed me last time, Endo?
The Sandman?
Yeah.
Do you wish to have it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You pull it out and you look through the pages and even find like some of the woodcut illustrations in it. And Manny then looks at it and says, "Wait, isn't that a child's book?"
You'd be surprised at what slips through the cracks.
I don't understand.
You don't
I
need
know
to.
she. Okay.
No, answer. No, continue. No, what it? Continue. No. Go on.
No, he said okay, but he then looks over to all of you around and says, "What is this place?"
Well, I guess my explanation over the phone wasn't exactly, helpful.
You say you study the paranormal?
Yeah. We take the statements of others who have experienced the paranormal and we investigate them to hopefully put an end to it.
as oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
And as a result, apparently we find some artifacts and they go on display like the ones you see here.
I see. Along as she's safe. Whatever happens, just please don't get her hurt. And Pritia then kind of brings out her tablet and says, "What's going on?"
Prettier, I do have a few questions. When you left that night, what happened?
I'm gonna say this is gonna have to
Ah, shit.
be a roll on a difficulty of 5.
Ah, crap.
Can I help?
I was gonna say I was gonna put effort into it.
Yeah, okay, never mind then.
If you want to, yeah.
Alright. So it's difficulty 4. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's a 2.
A 2.
Yeah.
You need some help. She needs some help.
I need some help.
Need some help.
Lorelei, you've been getting along well with her, right? You could try asking her, please.
Don't trust me. I've got persuasion on an ability. But
I have persuasion on specialized, but you're not even asking for my help, so I guess not.
Alright,
But
D,
not help
fine.
the kid
D,
that I
fine.
knew for that long, so long.
Fine.
you could. I mean, I also have discerning motive on train. I don't know if that works.
Let's
So-
try persuasion? Was that what you said?
Yeah, persuasion.
Persuasion.
But
Yeah.
I have that on an ability. So the only one I really have like
Yeah.
help with is discerning motive.
D, please help.
I have it on specialized.
Yeah, I know.
I got a 16.
Yay.
All right. So, so you're trying. So it's D who's trying to convince Pritia, right? Or was
Mhm.
assisting?
Yeah.
Okay. Pritia looks uncomfortable. You can kind of see she's holding her sweatshirt a bit, like gripping it a bit. And then she then taps on her tablet and says, "I don't know. I
don't-
wanted to leave."
Right. To where?
Home.
Okay. And you... Apparently there was a car crash nearby. Were you in it?
Yes.
What happened there?
I woke up. I was hurt. I saw man hurt. Driver hurt. I walked far. I saw something. Tall man. Tall shadow man. With sand pouring from his pockets. With dark skin, gnarled arms, hands.
That... Okay. Thank you. Shit.
It spoke. it told me things.
What did it tell you?
Dark star.
Dark Star. Okay. Thank you, Britio.
She nods and kind of nervously puts on the sunglasses and puts her hands in her pockets.
So... Shit, what do we do with this information?
Aren't we supposed exorcism?
Exorcism. But...
Yeah, like
Is it?
but Lorelai, like last time,
Yeah.
like we thought with Nathaniel, but it wasn't the Sandman with Nathaniel, so it didn't work.
Are we
Isn't
sure
she
it's a
supposed to go
possession?
All right. But she
Well,
blacked
it's worth a
out,
shot.
and yeah, think it's worth a shot.
I guess. Oh. Danny?
Yeah?
Can I talk with you over here for a sec?
Sure.
Yeah.
He walks over to you.
Has your, has Prettier been acting... Ignore her. Has Prettier been acting any differently lately?
Well, she's more quiet. I don't pay much attention to her since she doesn't pay much attention to me. But she won't stop looking outside or talking about monsters. I thought she could be talking about those scary movies she watches. That's all I can give you.
Alright. D, that cultist that was rambling Darkstar or something. Do you remember what happened to her?
You mean Miss Theodore?
Her, yeah.
She wasn't a cultist. She was a victim.
Oh, right, yes, yeah.
Sorry, what was your question?
Oh, do you remember what happened to her?
Well, she had a mental breakdown because the lights were flickering off. I haven't seen her since.
Yeah, we never really went back to check.
Yeah.
Kinda has been eating me up inside. Shit. Okay, I guess an exorcism is better than nothing.
While you do an exorcism, I can do more research if there's anything I can find.
I appreciate it.
Heavens, I have enough holy water. Been using it a lot lately.
Yes, Vicky?
Yes, I wanna say I kinda like turn to Lorelai and I'm like, Lorelai, is there any way to do are exorcisms how they look in the movies?
We've already done one. You were there.
Yeah, but I'm just scared that it's gonna, you know.
Right, on a person. Shit.
I'm just scared that it's gonna trigger Pretia even, you know, with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fear of mine, but I feel like I should probably ease her more into it. She probably might get kind of upset about it if I just immediately do it.
How are you planning on doing that?
think while D123 does more research, I could keep her entertained, try and gain more of her trust to see if she will go through it. Because if there's the possibility that if she is really being affected by this cult or this Sandman, if I immediately do it, she'd probably reject it. That's my worry.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Sounds good.
She seems interested in the artifacts, so I think I'll keep her entertained there. Walk around and see if there's anything more to entertain her, and perhaps I can try and get more information out of her. I promise I'll be kind about it.
Thanks, Lorelei.
Be of use.
What do... Damn, what do we do? I guess we take Manny and Daniel to take their mind off things, I don't know.
You good?
I could use some help.
Oh, right,
Yes,
yeah. I'll Alicia, could you distract, Alicia, could you distract Manny and Daniel for a while? Just like, I don't know. You're good with kids,
Well,
right?
have you guys seen this one artifact? Oh my god, I got it on like this one
Awesome,
restaurant.
great,
Look,
great.
look, Daniel, it's like a magician wand. Look.
This is
Off she
where we'll
goes.
head.
Somehow always goes back to the American dream. Like every time.
5 nights
Every
at
single-
Freddy's. This
That's
where
where I
to be, I
wanna
just
be.
don't get it.
This is
There you go.
this is where we'll head over to Nathaniel.
Yippee!
Nathaniel side quest time.
Yay! I get to be a part of this. Let's go. Everyone else doing a goddamn exorcism. I'm on a goddamn side quest.
You're with Diane and you're walking towards these big garage-looking doors, and you see a security guard next to it, and he kind of looks to the two of you and says, "Registration."
Oh shit, do I have do employees have registration to go in here?
You have your ID and your name tag.
I pull both of those out and give it to him. Like, here you go.
He looks at them and then looks at Diane's, and then he kind of then gives them back and says, "What's your reason for coming down here?"
Oh boy, time for the guy who doesn't know how to lie well to lie. He thinks for a moment before just saying, "Oh, we need to do a number check on some certain items, just to make sure nothing's gone out of place due to some statements."
Alright, this is going to be on a difficulty of 6 for deception.
Oh, boy! That's a 17.
17?
17, yes.
You see the security guard kind of looking at you, and he says, "Do you have your proof for that?" Diane kind of looks at you. And it's like, "Come on."
Oh, do I have proof for that? I look through my pockets and pull out a random sticky note. And it because I feel Nathaniel does not usually keep sticky notes. He just so happens to have one because I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck he does this. He kind of it's a sticky note that is in very heavy cursive. Do you need a break? I don't need a break. I've just been in the background for so long. I forgot how to do this. Because you
Sorry.
guys, no, you're fine. It's completely fine. It's just one of those oh fuck. You've been giggling like crazy. I've had a good day. I've just had a good day. Don't mind. He pulls out a sticky note with some cursive handwriting on it. It's just an old note that is very hard to read in general, but he kind of pulls it out and says, he just says, right here, as if he can read it.
He kind of squints, looks at it, and he says, "What does that say?"
It says we need to check the. Oh god. Me when I forget my own life 5 minutes ago.
Excuse me, sir.
It's like we need to recheck the numbers for the artifacts due to some statements that seem to contradict each other about certain artifacts that we've already seemed to have captured.
Diane looks at you and then to the security guard and nods and says, "Yep, exactly." Security guard kind of looks at both of you and then opens the door. As it opens, you see into a grand, vast warehouse where there's a whole bunch of crates stacked on top of each other, both on shelves next to each other, while also having written words of what they're related to.
Oh, I like the description a lot. I don't know why. Nathaniel just gives a little thank you nod to the security. Even when lying, he has to be courteous.
Security guard gives a nod back and says, "Don't do anything stupid."
We won't.
Diane then takes you by the hand and says, "Come on, let's go." And you hear the doors close behind you. Around you is still that vast enchantment of a lot of crates where you assume are where some of the most powerful of artifacts are laid to rest. You see to the right is a long corridor where more of the crates are at, and you can see they are on shelves that talking about their description, talking about their registration, their class, and even on the left as well as forward that kind of shows more like it's going deeper into the building. You can see, but you can also see a bit of a road map and sign that kind of reads of what it says, saying that the right are more for the most powerful of artifacts. The down the hallway is more related to essence and natural material, while the left is more related to simple artifacts.
Nathaniel takes a look around, kind of takes in the place, notices the 3 signs, and then kind of figuring out where they should look first before looking at Diane, not leaning, looking at Diane, saying, I think we should check the simple artifact first. It isn't just a key after all, right?
Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. As you're walking down the corridor, you see so many of the crates are looming down at you. If you ever seen the Indiana Jones, the first movie, it's kind of like that one scene where the artifact was taken away, and you see a whole bunch of crates showing how fast and almost terrifying it is to see that much. It is grand. You eventually then find yourself at a little boxed in area where it shows a lot of things on display. And it shows sections of like regular artifacts, all shapes and sizes.
This is going to take a while for us to look crate by crate. Do you think you have any sort of idea on how to make this a little bit quicker before we raise any sort of suspicion?
I don't know. I guess we could split up.
Splitting up it's like a good and bad idea. Good for covering more ground, but bad because in case one of us gets caught, we can't warn the other.
True. Okay. Well, how about this? You're good. You have those investigation skills, right?
Indeed I do.
Okay. Well, I probably can do research and number them out. I'm pretty sure they have an area for the keys, at least those artifacts, if it's organized enough.
So we just narrow it down?
Right, yeah, right. She then kind of wanders over to a plaque on the wall that kind of shows the artifact numbers. And it's kind of like one of those laminated books, pamphlets in a sense, but it's like a plaque on the wall. You can kind of like just scroll through as it's held up onto the wall.
Oh hell yeah! I love those things.
Yeah, and she kind of goes through A through Z, and finally lands on K. Keys. Okay. We might. No, I don't think we need to split up. We have a section for keys over here. Do you have the? No. Wait. She then carries out from her coat, kind of like pulling out the box. She was trying to hide it, kind of giving that bulkier version of herself. And pulls out the box. It still looks heavy. If we can find something that looks exactly like this, we can find out where it is. Here.
All right then.
She then hands you the note of the keyhole as she carries the box.
He takes one more good look at it before neatly folding it and putting it in his pocket. Let's go find the key then, shall we?
Right. Let's go. It takes a while. Actually, I'm going to need you to roll if you land even or odd.
Oh boy, I'm scared now. That is odd. I got a 9.
A 9?
Yes, so odd.
Alrighty. Both of you are walking down and seeing through some of the crates, through some of the boxes. And you eventually find a bit of a fork in the road. Diane then says, "Alright. I know we shouldn't split up, but I feel like it's probably the best option."
So it goes left or right?
It goes left or right.
I think. Sorry, the cat's causing chaos in the background. I'm deeply sorry.
No, you're good.
So I think Nathaniel looks at the two sides. I think I can go left.
Alrighty. And Diane nods and says, "Alright, I'll go right. I'll meet you back here in 20 minutes."
Alright.
As you go down the corridor, you hear the footsteps, clanking against echoing walls. It goes on for a bit, but then they stop.
That's a little concerning.
You then turn around and notice that she's no longer in view. And that shouldn't really be the case because it's supposed to be a long corridor going down there. You should have seen her somewhere in the distance. And
Oh no, that's bad. Nathaniel just calls out, Diane, are you there? My voice cracked. Oh, are you there?
you then hear this.
Oh no! Oh no!
And as if there was an earthquake, a small tremor happens. And you look around, and you notice you're not at where you're supposed to be. You're now surrounded by large crates on each side. And in front of you, you see a big metal door.
Huh? No, I heard you. Don't worry, I heard you. But what? Okay, Nathaniel, just kind of looks very confused so just looking at all the crates that he's suddenly around, confused on how that even happened, before looking up at the door. He walks up to it, almost trembling because he didn't realize just how much the artifacts could affect a place like this, even when contained. Before he goes to see if the gray door is locked or not.
You walk up to it, and you kind of notice how oddly cold everything around you is. It's almost like the temperature has dropped significantly, paranormally low. And you place your hand against the door, and it too feels cold. But it opens, only ajar, Do you go in?
Reluctantly, yes.
As you do, you open the door, and it leads you into a dark room. You can't see much. It's almost as if you just stepped into pure black. And what you can see, though, from a bit of the light coming from where you were before, shines against something wooden. Do you go up to it?
I do go up to it.
You walk up to it. And you notice how dark the wood is. And I even assume you instinctively touch it. You feel how damp the wood is. Almost as if it was dipped in water. And you smell something off. Something that smells like a heater that went off when there's a whole bunch of dust. And then you feel around something metallic. And your fingers trace some kind of lettering. And what you can get from it says this: DARKSTAR.
Refresh. Okay. I'm trying to refresh my memory because I don't know if I don't remember if Nathaniel heard Dark Star yet or not.
You don't?
I don't think he has. He does not know what the Dark Star. He's not heard this before. He continues to feel to see if this is some sort of maybe a box or a chest or something like that. If this thing can be, if whatever he's feeling can be opened or not.
Alrighty. Do you wish to do so?
I do.
So you pull out your crowbar. And this is going to be on a difficulty of 6.
Don't say he's dead. I realized I was like about to respond to you before I rolled, and then I realized I muted myself, so I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
That is a 14. Nathaniel, I have terrible news.
What was that number again?
14.
14. And that was on a 6, so... You try to pry open with the crowbar. You hear the wood kind of groan and tear and splinter a bit. But with all of your strength, you just can't open it. As the crowbar flings back into its place.
Nathaniel tries to pry it open, and of course he doesn't. And he kind of like grunts a little bit. He tries to see if he can see anything else in this darkness. Can he see anything?
You can kind of see something, and you turn around, and there you can find, at first, no one until they come around the corner and their silhouette comes into view. And you see them pull out from their from their coat a pale white mask with scarred out eyes and a closed eye symbol on top of its forehead. And this is where we'll end our session for today.